How to beat Star Platinum? Well, most people would just say block Starfinger, but I have something more to say. So before we move on, I want to address something. So this baby here is the basic no-no things that you should not do. This rule will help you a lot if you use them. So take a seat back, pause the video, and read it. Star Planet itself is a really good stand, but if you know how to counter the Starfinger and inhale, then you put yourself in a higher chance of winning than the Star Platinum user would have. So now I'm going to move on and talk about the inhale. To counter inhale, you have to barrage. Seriously, there's no way you can tank the damage while being comboed at all. So trust my word on this barrage, alright? So now I'm going to show you the difference between barraging than not barraging. If you're using a pilot stand with a barrage, then with you have currently one of the highest chance of beating SP. See? Big difference, right? Even though the first clip I showed you was in a true combo, you still get the idea of the difference. Why barrage? Because you are forcing the opponent to use a block breaker or rigged out move after the barrage. Cause if they use Starfinger or Eye Golf and the opponent blocks, they can be punished for it and let the opponent get a free combo out of them. So make sure you take the advantage of barraging during inhale. Trust me, it really works. So there's also a third way of countering the inhale is by barraging when a stun move is being pulled out. So I'll just show you guys an example right now, so yeah. Now this is an effective way of countering inhale, but risky since sometimes you may time it too early or too late. So I won't recommend you doing this, but however, the pluses are that you don't get rigged out from the jawbreaker or any rigged out moves that can potentially get you time stopped it. It's your choice whatever you do to counter the inhale, but you must barrage or else you're just dead. And if you're lucky enough and blocked it during the inhale, make sure you unblock when there is a block breaker move, you know? Now, this is my tip for people that is having hard time of reacting and unblocking right before a block breaker move or jawbreaker. So here's my tip. Try to predict when the block breaker move will come out. Usually, start playing boxing players like me or just start playing in general, use their jawbreaker after 3 or 4 in once. Usually free. So I recommend you try sitting it out like this. 1, 2, 3, now. Yep. Now, final tip before I move on. So this has been a long section. Is that turn your camera, let's say 90-degree angle. It makes it a lot easier to see or predict when the block breaker move will come out. And with the camera trick, it's actually really helpful to me, and hopefully it will be helpful to you guys at the same time, you know? Now this is going to be my final tip on the inhale, is that inhale catch ragdoll, which is pretty popular honestly. So The way to encounter it is just really dash right or dash left. I really recommend you actually is dash forward or dash back. Dash back is sometimes not 100%ly going to, going to save you, but I believe dash forward is the way going to save you. And then once you dash forward, immediately pull out your stand. All right. Now that's my assumption. Actually, I never did inhale, ragdoll. Ragdoll then inhale. I never done it because it's just too risky. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the SP players you're going to meet in 1v1s or in general, they're never going to do that. It's just a waste of CD cooldowns. So yeah, and plus at the same time it's risky. It's never always going to be 100%. So you don't really need to worry about the inhale. The ragdoll inhale. So alright, like I said, now I'm going to be moving on to the next section. Okay, now I want to go talk about the baited block. Reviewing back to the rules, as you can see, rule 1 says that do not block during being stunned or, block broken or just in general being stunned, alright? So now I'm going to explain why I make rule 1. Because that the baited block, if you have noticed the name, probably most of you guys haven't, so I don't expect y'all to know this. So that, alright, so Star Platinum users love to bait your block. Why? It just leads into free combos. Free 50% health combos. So, yeah, you just gotta be careful of not falling into their bait. So, I just realized that I am give y'all my definition of beta block. So my definition of beta block is that the opponent uses 2 or 1-in-1s, usually 1-in-1, and then use a block breaker move such as Jawbreaker, Pierce Strike, or Scarlet, whatever. So yeah, y'all get the idea. The beta block is like 1-in-1, then a Jawbreaker. Most boxing users like me will use that combo. It's practically like daily based combo actually with Jawbreaker. So you should not fall for this, especially if you're fighting an SP user. Just never fall for its bait, okay? Alright, so now I will be showing you guys the actual examples that I actually have. Yeah, don't mind about that hell. My ult distance has max fatality, so yeah. And by the way, the combo's not true, so it's really easy to escape. So yeah, y'all get the idea. So I'm pretty sure I have explained everything that should be said for inhale. Yeah, alright, we're gonna move on. So next session is going to be on Starfinger. There isn't really any tricks or methods on, well, maybe there's some methods, but that's not going to be really useful. Honestly, I'm going to give you the straight fact right now, is that there's not any trick to it, really. It's that you just have to play more 1v1s or just play with a friend that has Star Platinum, you just really need to get used to playing, just get really experienced at the game, honestly. There's not really any tricks, but I do have some practices on how to, for those people that have slow reaction on blocking Starfinger, so hopefully this will help for y'all. So yeah, let's get into it. So I recommend you to use a macro or use time test. Alright, I'll be giving some links to macros downloaders. Trust me, there are no viruses or anything, so I have been using one of them for a year and recently got another macro on my other computer. So yeah, so what you're gonna do with this macro is that you're gonna be recording yourself pressing T over and over and over. Alright? Now that's gonna be on your out with Start Platinum. Now what you're going to do is after you record it, make it go on loop, make it go itself on repeat. Using that kind of stuff is in the settings, so make sure you go to the settings and put the preferences you want. Alright, so now you're going to start playing the recording that you have put on your out, and then you're going to go to your main account. Alright, so your out and your main account is going to stay really near to each other. Alright, and then your outs, like I said, is going to be the one who's playing the recording, and you're going to be the one that's going to watch through your main account screen and try to get used to blocking Starfinger. Alright, now my final tip is that if the Star Planet user time skips or TPs to you, immediately block. Alright, immediately block. Alright, that's literally the best tip I got for you guys. Actually, if they literally teleport to you, just block. Alright, man. And if they're chasing you, like, in general, if they're chasing you, just know that get ready for Starfinger coming. Alright, get ready. Alright, and now Starfinger is pretty easy to block for more advanced players. It's kind of like a free combo starter for advanced players, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, hopefully this tip will help the beginners that are struggling with practicing Starfinger. Like I said, if Star Planet time skips to you, just block. Alright, immediately block. Do not think anything else, just block. And if they use block breaker move, which is really unlikely, alright? So, if they're going to use a block breaker move, it's kind of obviously that they're really bad at the game, alright? It's really obvious. Unless if they actually know that every time they time skip to you, that you're going to block it. So, just be careful, really. Now, this tip is mainly to beginners, alright? So, for more offensive players, probably all know this already. And if you think you are an offensive player or just have good reaction time and is just wondering how to counter Starfinger, I would just say look at the start of Starfinger. It's not that long, but it's not that fast either. It's like between the middle, So it's kind of easy to block, and it's just practically a free combo starter since Starfinger and lags the Star Planet. So make sure you take advantage of blocking Starfinger, then starting your own combo after Starfinger. And also, I would like to talk about the Starfinger after Rigdell, which is really popular with Star Planet in general. So to counter it it's just really simple, honestly. So after you get Rigdelled and you get up from being Rigdelled state, make sure to block, then dash back and pull out your stand. Alright? Just always block after you get Rigdelled and then dash back and pull out your stand. That's literally the key thing of beating Star Planet. One of the key things of being Star Planet. Don't worry about them barraging you since they're being stuck by the end lag, or they're stunned by the end lag. You'll get barraged if you don't block the Starfinger after Rigdell. So, in general, after you block a stun move, such as Eye Gulf or Starfinger, dash back or just dash forward. Anyway, just get the hell out of the start planet wheel. That's all you gotta do. Just get the hell out of there, alright? And that's literally how you counter it. And make sure you put out your stand. So now, here's my trick for countering start finger. Block for 1 second, then unblock. Then block again for 1 second. Just repeat this step over, you know? Until you see an opening for your combo, take it. It may seem stupid, but it really helps a lot of people that have bad reaction time or just want to play safe, like me. I use this method when I'm not feeling confident or I'm just feeling, you know, big pin spikes. Using this method will help you with blocking time skip start finger or time skip inhale. Now, you don't need to worry about someone going to use stand barrage finisher or just a block breaker move. People that throw that out randomly are mostly people that are not experienced in PvP or people that are more experienced in PvP. Mostly people that are not experienced in. So no need to worry about getting stand barrage finisher unless if the start planet user is smart. Unlikely. He will stand barrage finisher you, but most of the time this method works like a charm. Now I will be talking about the time stop. The time stop has always been a problem in YBA, but recently Usu finally nerfed the time stop on Star Planet in the world back to 5 seconds. Thank God. So it's a lot better than before, you know? Now to counter the inhale time stop, which is pretty famous, pretty sure if y'all that have fought SP before, y'all probably know this time stop inhale. So in order to counter that is that you barrage during the start of the time stop. So the barrage cancels the time stop. So yeah. Also, I don't blame you guys for, you know, mess this up because I'm guilty of doing that sometimes. So yeah, that's the only way to counter inhale time stop. Now I'll be going through every way to counter the time stop. Pause if you need to. Also, a final tip: when you see someone that is about to time stop, block. I recently found this out by doing 1v1s, since I usually chill in 1v1s a lot, and someone managed it to block my time stop, which is weird. I never knew this was a thing, and somehow managed it to avoid a few M1s in my star finger out of that time stop. Even though I don't have recording proof for that, but trust my word on it. I have literally fought like 5 people that literally just blocked it and, you know, managed to escape the time stop. I mean, it could be a bug or a glitch, but for now you can just use this as a advice. Now we will be moving on to the next section, which is countering basic combos. Star Planet combos are pretty much the same. So now I'm going to show you guys the top most used combos for Star Planet mains like me. Now to counter the first combo. If you've seen that Star Planet user used that combo before, barrage when he does IGOV. So basically this barrage after he does Star Finger then run like hell. Cause barraging will result into you canceling the IGOV. And if you cancel IGOV, the Star Planet user will get affected by its end lag, which will allow you to escape. And it's pretty much an easy bait for a barrage, honestly. If you want, you can just hold your block until the barrage is over, then immediately unblock. Well, maybe don't unblock immediately. There might be a chance that the Star Planet user will inhale. But most of the Star Planet or boxing players in general would do Jawbreaker. So I just say unblock after they finish their barrage, just in case if they Jawbreaker you. This also applies to countering the second combo of Star Planet. you can just barrage the Jawbreaker and hold your block completely since they have only one block breaker move, Stand Barrage Finisher, which doesn't comes out that fast, so you have time to unblock after the barrage. And there's also a second way of countering the second combo, is that you just don't block the Jawbreaker, alright? Do not block the Jawbreaker. I already have talked about this with the bait block, so yeah, y'all get the idea. So going back to the first way of countering, the choices are that they're most likely going to inhale you are so now moving to the final tips. Now finally the tips and counters. Final tips and counters. When a star planet is N1ing you, N1 back. Sometimes you are able to fight back while the star planet is N1ing you by N1ing back to the star planet. This also applies to almost every stand. Now doing this will help you start your combo. However, sometimes it fails due to rigged out moves or block breaker moves. Now this is just basic PvP tricks. My final tips on countering star planet is just you have to play more aggressive and predict what will the player do. I'm currently showing you my star planet gameplay, so y'all may know what an star planet player usually does in PvP. Now this is going to sound a little bit weird, but it's really helpful at the same time. Watch how I do in my PvP and try to think of a countermeasure to counter my playing style. So now moving on. If you have found a countermeasure, good for you. However, I'll be moving on in the meantime. If you accidentally missed it or messed it up your combo, immediately block, alright? Star Planet loves to seek and take these chances, so don't let them take it by blocking. Otherwise, I would just say, just 1v1 more of this game and try your best to get good and get more experience in the game. I can only tell you guys how to be Star Planet, but however, the rest are up to you guys, alright? If you guys have any questions, I'm willing to answer them. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll just see you guys in the next one. Bye.